Yasu Malagezo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Robert Downey Jr.
How can you say that you're not responsible? What does it have to do with me? What is my reaction? What should it be? Confronted by this latest atrocity, driven to tears, driven to tears. Have my face in my hand, shame wells in my throat. A comfortable existence is reduced to a shallow, meaningless party. Seems that when some innocent die, all we count on is a page in some magazine. Too many cameras and not enough food. These things won't wear clean. Driven to tears, driven to tears.
Ladies and gentlemen, is there anything this man can't do? I mean, we all know he's a hell of an actor, one of the best actors of all time. I've always said with Robert Downey Jr., if he's not acting, he's absolutely wasting his life. But I didn't know this man could sing. If you go on YouTube, just look up Driven to Tears. Robert Downey Jr. sings with Sting. Sting is awesome. We all know that. He made an album with Shaggy. And now he's making hits with the one and only Robert Downey Jr. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I figured, why not do a podcast on Robert Downey Jr.? I love saying that name. I mean, you know, a lot of people have like three, parts to their names. But, well, I mean, this is the first name, last name, and then you got the junior there. And it just sounds right. Robert Downey Jr. Even when you hear that name, you know you're going to get something good. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive right into this shit. And of course, as always, you got to go on Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because, with prices today, it is just, it's insane. I'm not saying I'm never going to go to Loblaws again and shop, but, unless I see that 50% off sticker, it's not going to happen. So, without further ado, let's talk about RDJ, hence Robert Downey Jr. Let's begin. Robert John Downey Jr., born April 4th, 1965. Ladies and gentlemen, that tells me right there he's an Aries, because I'm April the 9th, and Aries, we don't fuck around, all right? Ask Method Man. The Galleon, is an American actor. His films as a leading actor have grossed over $14 billion worldwide. Let me repeat that again, ladies and gentlemen. $14 billion worldwide, making him one of the highest grossing actors of all time. Downey's career has been characterized by some early success, a period of drug-related problems and run-ins with the law, and a surge in popular and commercial success in the 2000s. In 2008, Downey was named by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people in the world. From 2013 to 2015, he was listed by Forbes as Hollywood's highest paid actor. Damn. And then it lists a whole bunch of movies he's done. We're going to get into that. Whole bunch of facts, which I'm going to get more specifically into. But my God, $14 billion. Okay? Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we all know about his past, okay? I even heard a story one time he got so fucked up that he literally went into his neighbor's house, crashed on the couch, and he thought it was his house, okay? Listen, we all got our problems. We all like to party certain times of our lives. We've all gotten fucked up. I once woke up on a beach. You know, it was a lovely beach. It wasn't that far from my house. I figured, you know, it's the sand is soft. You know, fuck it, just go with it. You know. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, he has come a long way since then, and of course, I got to list some facts. Okay, so we're gonna go to a little site that's called tonsofacts.com. So it's a pretty, you know, it's a good name. 30 fun and interesting facts about Robert Downey Jr. There you go. Okay, so let's begin. Making his acting debut at the age of 5, appearing in his father's film, Pound, Downey has appeared in roles associated with the Brat Pack, such as Weird Science and Less Than Zero. That's right, folks. That's where the Junior comes from. He's named after his father. His father is an awesome guy. I saw a recent documentary on Netflix that he did about his dad. Really good. Definitely recommend that one. It was crazy though. I mean, I did hear at one point that you know, I like his dad at one point said that, you know, I regret introducing, you know, Junior to you know, weed and alcohol so soon. I think it was like at the age of 7 or some shit like that. I mean, I was playing with my Ghostbuster toys. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? It's that Hollywood life, you know. It is what it is. But anyways, Downey has appeared as the title character in the 1992 movie Chaplin, which earned him a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Actor and won him the BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role. There you go. So far, so good. After being released in 2000 from the California Substance Abuse Treatment Facility and state prison where he was held on drug charges, Downey joined the cast of the television series Ally McBeal, playing Calissa Flockhart's love interest. That's right, folks. Before you know this, before you could basically go into any bathroom you want, I believe Ally McBeal had that thing going there where they had the neutral bathroom there, you know, urinals and regular toilets. It didn't matter, you know. Everybody's just having a good time at this point. So there you go. His role in the Ally McBeal earned him a Golden Globe Award. However, his character was written out when Downey was fired after 2 drug arrests in late 2000 and early 2001. Well, what are you gonna do? I mean, you know, happens a lot. I mean, I don't know. I just saw a thing with Matthew Perry there, rest in peace. I don't know. He had to leave the movie. Was it Serving Sarah or some shit with Elizabeth Elizabeth Hurley. I'm sorry. I got distracted there. Wow, she's hot. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, you know, he had to leave for a little while. Even she said, you know, got a little frustrating on set. You know, things happen. What are you gonna do? I mean, we're all different, right? After his last stay in a court-ordered drug treatment program, Downey achieved sobriety. Perfect. There you go. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, guys. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I've even heard a thing with sobriety. I mean, once you do the first time in rehab, or anybody does the first time, there's a good chance in the next 6 months you're going to relapse, you know? I mean, it's a different world when you go to a rehab and you're like, okay, you're safe there. You don't have to worry about the real world and all that. It's different when you get out there. You know, I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. felt the same way. And, you know, it takes time for everybody, man. Like I said, at 7 years old, he started doing all this shit. So it's going to take a couple tries, man. You know, it is what it is. So Downey's career prospects improved when he was featured in the black comedy crime movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, for the mystery thriller Zodiac, and the satirical action comedy Tropic Thunder. Fuck, I love that movie. Holy shit. We're going to get into that in a little bit. uh, yeah, different skin and all. Beginning in 2008, Downey began portraying the role of Marvel Comics superhero Iron Man. I never heard of it. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, appearing in several films as either the lead role, member of an ensemble, cast, or in a cameo. I've Iron. Yeah, we'll get to it later. Downey has played the title character in Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, which earned him his second Golden Globe win, and its sequel, both of which have earned over 500 million at the box office worldwide. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. It's sometimes acting is great, man, but when that money comes in, my God, it's a beautiful thing. I wouldn't know. As of 2018, the U.S. domestic box office grosses of Downey's movies total over 4.3 billion, with worldwide grosses surpassing 9.6 billion, making Downey the fifth highest grossing U.S. Domestic box office star of all time. Okay, maybe this was written a little bit, a few years ago, whatever. But the point is, yes, again, big bucks when it comes to these movies. Okay, we all love him. Like I said, he's got charisma up the ass. I mean, it is what it is. It shows on screen. That's all I'm saying. His father, Robert Downey Sr., is an actor and filmmaker, while his mother, Elsie Ann, was an actress who appeared in Downey Sr.'s films. There you go. He also showed up in some of the films as well. We'll get into that in a bit. Downey's father is of half Lithuanian Jewish, 1/4 Hungarian Jewish, and 1/4 Irish descent. That's what I'm guessing where the big cojones come from. While Downey's mother had Scottish, okay, never mind. Well, that and Irish, there you go. German and Swiss ancestry, there you go. So a lot of history there. As a child, Downey was surrounded by drugs. His father, a drug addict, allowed Downey to smoke marijuana at the age of 6. Wow, okay, I was 1 year off, my bad. An incident which his father, as you can tell, I don't proofread this shit, guys. I just kind of go with the flow here. I only have a few listeners, it doesn't matter. Please subscribe. Said that he now regrets. Of course. Listen, we all don't want our kids, starting off so young on grass, as they used to call marijuana back then. But then I heard a story how Stoop started smoking at like 7 or something. So, listen, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The point is, what are you going to do? Lots of regret. We all have regrets. I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Oh, jeez. At the age of 10, Downey was living in England and studied classical ballet as part of a larger curriculum. I said that right, yeah? So he's ballet. Okay, all right. So, maybe this is what gives him the grace. I don't want to picture that. I don't want to picture Downey in a tutu. I'm sorry. I feel he's way too masculine for that. But my God, he attended the Stage Door Manor Performing Arts Training Center in upstate New York as a teenager. I've heard good things. When his parents divorced in 1978, Downey moved to California with his father, but in 1982, year I was born, nice, he dropped out of Santa Monica High School and moved back to New York to pursue an acting career full time. Good fucking move. Listen, we're all not meant for school. Some of us can barely read. The point is, good move. Downey and Keith Sutherland, who shared the screen in the 1988 drama 1969, were roommates for 3 years before he first moved to Hollywood to pursue his career in acting. First of all, Keith Sutherland kicks ass. Your father kicks ass. I heard a crazy rumor. I got to do a podcast one day on Keith Sutherland. I heard that he grew up on apparently the same street that I had one of my apartments in, on Dawes Road in I mean, I guess it borders kind of Scarborough, Toronto, whatever. Just in, I mean, it's a crazy rumor. I don't know. According to Wikipedia, it could be true. Who knows? Either way, both these guys kick ass. Of course, they shared a place together. Because the world is so cool. On February 13th, 1998, Downey got into a fight with another inmate at the Los Angeles County Jail, where he was serving time for a probation violation and was treated for a cut over his nose. Listen, the guy's a tough motherfucker. I mean, leave him alone. Okay, leave him alone. You know who his father is. Come on. In August 1996, during a traffic stop for speeding, Downey was arrested for drunk driving, possession of heroin, and possession of an unloaded gun in his pickup truck. This was his first reported brush with the law at the age of 31. He was given a suspended prison sentence of 3 years and granted probation with the requirements of random drug testing and drug counseling. Shit. Damn. I didn't know he did heroin, man. Fuck, that's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, man. That's, yeah, man. You gotta, I don't know, man. I don't, listen, I've never been a drug guy. I mean, well, I'm Canadian, whatever, but, that's not a drug. But heroin, damn, that's crazy. I don't know the gun too, man. I mean, shit, if you had bullets in there, ooh, damn. But, hey, man, sometimes it's good to, have that famous card, in your wallet and, you never know. But, yeah, I'm glad he, I mean, that could be way worse, Anyways, he lived with Sarah Jessica Parker for 7 years during the 1980s. Really? I did not know that. Okay. So this must have been before the Broderick there. Okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I don't watch Sex and the City. I'm straight. While drunk, he wandered into a neighbor's Malibu home that he thought was his own. Okay, I said this already, but let's keep going here. And fell asleep in their child's bed. Oh shit, that's even, oh, wow. See, I heard it was like the couch. Oh man, that's, damn. Jesus. He was arrested for being under the influence of drugs, which was a third violation of his probation. Jesus Christ. How do you get in the house? Like, that's what I always wondered. Like with the, yeah, I mean, is it like Canada where everybody just leaves the door fucking open? Or, I mean, oh God. You gotta get better security there. Anyways, he took daily drug tests during the filming of Two Girls and a Guy. It's, yeah, you're on probation. You gotta do what you gotta do. He once worked a piece of living art in a Soho nightclub in New York City. Wait, let me read that again. He once worked a piece of living art in a what does that mean? Worked on a piece of living art? Is that what that means? Or I don't know what that means. I don't know. But listen, you know what? I advise every actor out there, especially, the bigger ones there, make some paintings. Worst case, you sell them later. Nice little investment for your family there. Why not? Downey kept a lot of authentic vintage clothing that he wore in the movie Chaplin. Of course, why not? Great movie. We'll get into that more in a little bit. In a symbolic attempt to bury his decantant 1980s Brat Pack image and began a new phase of his life and career after filming Chaplin in 1991, he literally buried the clothes that he wore in less than zero in the backyard of his house. All right. Listen, a lot of people bury shit in the back of their house. I mean, I heard a story about the James Brown. I don't know. He buried $500,000 or something. Or and they asked him, "Why the fuck are you doing this?" He says, "Well, this is my money. You put the money in the bank. That's their money." And so, whatever, man. It's your house. As long as you don't, pull an OJ. Yeah. Rest in peace, dipshit. he married his wife after dating her for only 42 days. Okay. Maybe he's a Jackie Robinson fan. I don't know. That's way too soon. Way too soon. But hey, look, hey, when it's right, it's right. I'll tell you what wasn't right is people thinking that OJ was actually innocent. Yeah, this is. I'm glad he's dead. I don't give a fuck. I haven't talked about this yet. I think he's a fucking asshole. Hey, he's a dickhead. Listen. They found DNA all over the fucking place. You could tell those gloves don't fit. Okay, so we're not gonna quit. Guilty people don't run, especially in Broncos. I don't care if it was a car or a horse. I mean, if you run away from a scene, you're fucked. Like he failed the polygraph. Come on. Come on. Even sometimes when I watch sports highlights. Stephen A. Smith. I don't know, that forehead. It's still. I don't know. It brings me back. But the point is, I'm glad OJ's dead, and I don't care. I don't. Look, he did it. Okay, he did it. Okay, let's be honest. The only reason why he wasn't found guilty is because of the the Rodney King beating there. Okay, those people were found innocent because I don't know. Apparently, if everybody involved in that case was blind, and I don't know. They didn't want another riot on their hands. That's it. So. It's a Robert Downey Jr. Podcast, right? Okay, yeah, my bad. Anyways, Downey dropped out of Santa Monica High School at the age of 17 and moved to New York to become an actor. His first jobs in the city included bruising. Sorry, I'm thinking of OJ. Bussing tables at Central Falls Restaurant, working in a shoe store, and performing as living art in Soho's notorious underground club area. All right, so someone's gonna have to explain to me, like, what the fuck this is. So, like, is it one of these things where, like, you go into a club and, I don't know, people, like, pose in weird things and, like, hey, I'm a robot. And, it's, you still enjoy your, $28 drink, while I'm posing. And, okay. All right. That's cool. I mean, it's not the, a laying brick, but, whatever. It probably pays more. It starred in he starred in Elton John's music video for the song I Want Love. I didn't know that. Downey was let out of rehab for one day in late July, specifically to shoot the video, which was filmed in one long continuous take at the Greystone Manor in Beverly Hills. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, he was in the video, really? Shit. That's cool, man. That's right on. Hey, listen, Elton John went through his drug phase too, man. That was crazy. And, I mean, he's been sober for years. So salute to him. Salute to Robert here. Again, it takes time, right? He is childhood friends with Richard Hall, who is better known as Moby. I did not know that. I never knew Moby's real name was Richard Hall. I like Moby better. All right, shout out to fellow Baldy. Sting and Billy Idol performed at his wedding to Susan Downey. Oh, listen. You just heard the classic song they did together right there, right? Billy Idol, of course. Why not? Billy Idol. I believe Billy Idol is probably in his 60s. He looks better than all of us still. People love Billy Idol for his music. So do I. Don't get me wrong. But him and the wedding singer, awesome. Downey has worn lifts at his director's request in his recent leading man roles, namely Iron Man. Its sequel, and in Sherlock Holmes, in order to enhance his height. Listen, I'll give him a pass. It's okay. Listen, I've heard rumors that Sylvester Stallone, ever since he, like after Rocky, at one point he was like 5'5", 5'6". He wore lifts to be 6 feet. Listen, you do what you got to do. Okay, I'm 6'1". It's all right. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wear shoes. I think I get a couple inches from there. But yeah, listen, you do what you got to do. It's cool, man. Well, welcome to the club, guys. I don't know what to tell you, but point is, ladies and gentlemen, listen, he can wear fucking flip flops for all I care. I don't care. He's kicking ass. We all know that. And of course, I got to go to IMDb because fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Again, I mention this all the time. I'm Italian, but I don't like everything that involves tomatoes. It's I'm got a few more facts here. One fact I found on here, which is pretty interesting, is the first regular cast member of Saturday Night Live to be nominated for an Academy Award in the category Best Actor in the Leading Role. Joan Cusack and Dan Aykroyd were also nominated for Academy Awards some years before Downey, but both were nominated for supporting roles. So that's pretty cool. And again, at one point, listen, they came up with that bullshit list. I did a whole podcast on Saturday Night Live. They did the worst cast made of all time, Robert Downey Jr. Listen, Rolling Stone, I love you, but like ever since you changed the magazine to look like Glamour, you guys have lost credibility. Let's just be honest, And you only said that because Robert Downey Jr. is such a big star now. And listen, there's been people that have literally left in the middle of a season in their first year that didn't do as good of a job. So shut the fuck up. I mean, really, it's just. It was just a bullshit move. I don't know. I just got to point that out. But still a cool fact. And he does name Peter O'Toole as his favorite actor, which is pretty awesome. I mean, we all know Peter O'Toole there, of course. Yeah, so, of course, I got to go on IMDb. I love it. I love this site. I love it. My God. Rotten Tomatoes, man. I don't know how, 100% fresh. Fuck off. Ugh, jeez. Let's continue. So, the very first job, I think I mentioned this before, is a movie called Pound that came out in 1970. Okay, it's got a current rating of 5.8, and he played the character of Puppy. Okay, so, again, he did a lot of movies with his dad. Okay, of course. I've never heard of this movie. It says, in a pound, 18 dogs wait to be adopted. Okay, well, listen, I'm not a fan of dogs, not gonna lie. People that know me, know that. I got a whole history there. I talked about it on a podcast. But the point is, if your dad puts you in a role, why not? Let's do it. Keep it in the family, all right? Then he did a movie, Greaser's Palace, Up the Academy, Baby, It's You. I haven't heard a lot about these movies. That's why I'm just kind of going through them here. But Up the Academy, I'm trying to remember if I... No, it's got the... looks like Mad Magazine Presents. Okay. Again, didn't get the best rating, but, what are you going to do? I still like the magazine. Still enjoyed the show, for a while there. Baby, It's You. I've never, I don't know this one. Zona Arquette, she always kicks ass. Vincent Spano. Yeah, did not see this one. Nope. No. Firstborn. Okay. I didn't see this one either. Nope. Didn't see this one either. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I was born in 1982. To me, there's the best movie that came out in 1984 was by far Ghostbusters. I think we can all agree on that one, right? Of course. Tough Turf, which sounds very familiar. Yes, I've seen this movie. This deserves better than a 6.0 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. First of all, let me just say this: James Spader, you fucking kick ass. All right. Kim Richards, Paul Moons, Robert Downey Jr. wasn't in this movie a lot. I mean, he was kind of his buddy, but then in another movie, still he kicks ass. He's got if you see Robert, I'll just say this: if you see Robert Downey Jr. in a lot of these roles in the '80s, I'm not saying he played the same guy, but he always plays that kind of overconfident. Person, could be more of a geek, more of a, hipster, whatever, but he always kicks ass. And this is actually a pretty good movie. The new kid in school must battle a gang of street toughs after stealing the gang leader's girl. But listen, this was basically the plot for every fucking movie in the 80s and early 90s too. I mean, it was pretty much the staple. You know, you got the people that were popular at the time, blah, 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 blah. That's it. I recommend this movie. I think it's pretty good. I think it's got some good moments, so check it out. Girls just want to have fun. Of course. Cyndi Lauper, you taught us that. But of course, they had to make a movie out of it. Does it have anything to do with the song? I don't know. I've never seen it. So, yeah, he's in this one. And it looks like Sarah Jessica Parker. Yep. Okay, so I'm assuming this is probably where they met. You know. A couple of good people in this movie. You got Shannon Doherty, who, I don't know, she always had a bad reputation wherever she worked. I don't know, people didn't like her. I don't know, she was cool to me. I don't know. Helen Hunt, I think she's a very underrated actress. She's awesome. Jonathan Silverman, listen. Weekend at Bernie's, enough said. You know, good. It seems like a good little movie. I don't know. I've never seen it. So again, you know, it's only got a 6 out of 10. But hey, you know what? I can't see them all, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, help me out here. But I'll tell you what I did see. Okay, Weird Science. This movie kicks ass. Okay? This movie kicks fucking ass. Okay? John fucking Hughes, God, we miss you. God, we need you more than ever. I mean, we got Judd Apatow. Okay? We're you know, he's covered a lot of grounds, especially in the thousands there, you know, which is a lot of people say is the last great decade of comedy, which if you look at all the great comedy movies that came out of that decade, it is pretty insane. But this movie kicks ass. 2 high school nerds use a computer program to literally create the perfect woman who promptly turns their lives upside down. There you go. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. Anthony Michael Hall, you kick ass. Ian Mitchell Smith, you guys both kick ass in this movie. Okay? Kelly LeBrock, we love you. Okay, we're gonna forgive you for, you know, falling in love with Steven Seagal. Every woman gets their mulligan. But rest in peace to Bill Paxton. He was in this. He was great in this. Yeah, and I totally forgot Robert Downey Jr. was in this. I completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. You know who I didn't forget was in this? John Capellos. You know why? Because he's Greek. He was the janitor in Breakfast Club. That's right. The one great scene he's in where, I don't know, they're at the bar or some shit, you know, and then he says to the girl there, yeah, what's a beautiful woman like you doing with a Malaka like that? Oh, it's purely a sexual thing. No shit. She's in the Malakas, Dino. She's in the Malakas. Scene. Oh, Second City classes paid off. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is a classic. John Hughes, you're awesome. It's part of the whole, you know, early John Hughes movies that he did, you know, Breakfast Club, all that shit. This is classic. I can't say enough good things about this movie. I'm very surprised they haven't tried to remake this yet. What the fuck did I just say? Don't ever fucking remake this movie. They did years later make a TV show. I do remember that. I forgot her name. The woman that was in the movie Kingpin. Remember that movie with Woody Harrelson? Yeah. And And the dude who married Jenny McCarthy for a while. Yeah. I don't know. The show, I don't know. It's all right. The point is, this movie kicks ass. You got to see it. He was in a short called Dead Weight. It's all one word, WAIT. It doesn't even have a picture, so I don't know. Mussolini, The Untold Story. Oh boy, okay. Actually, I think I do remember this. Yeah, George C. Scott. Yeah, okay. I do remember this. This was highly acclaimed. I do remember this getting a lot of attention. It's got a lot of crazy people in this. Virginia Madison, who is Michael Madison's sister. She kicks ass. Mary Elizabeth Mastron. I think it's old. Is it? No. She played Gina in Scarface. Remember? Robert Downey Jr. is in this one. Gabriel Bryan, Byrne. I never know how to pronounce this guy's name. If you ever see the show Entrapment, which is a remake of a show that they did in Australia, really good movie. Or show, sorry, I'm sorry. But he kicks ass. Raul Julia, rest in peace to him. Yeah, it's got a nice little, good little cast of people. All right. I remember seeing a bit of this as a kid, but I didn't see the whole thing because, I'm Italian. I don't want to believe this guy was this evil, oh God, they got somebody playing Hitler in the back of the poster there. Oh, fuck. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the chance, check this out. It's pretty good, from what I remember. And yeah, again, I forgot Robert Downey Jr. was in it. So at this point, Robert Downey Jr. is doing pretty well in his career, and listen, Saturday Night Live when it first started, 1975, it was great. Not ready for primetime cast. Over the years, they lost a lot of people. Belushi and Aykroyd were there for 4 years. Bill Murray stayed on there for, I believe, 1 more year. And then it was kind of like the new, people taking over there. I think Lorne Michaels left for a bit. Like, he wasn't there for the Eddie Murphy years. If it wasn't for Eddie Murphy, the show would be canceled. Let's just be honest with ourselves. And then 1985, I believe that's when he came back, Lorne Michaels, and he just wanted a new cast, a younger cast. And yeah, he was part of this cast. Believe it or not, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was a cast member for Saturday Night Live. I don't believe the shit either. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best. I still don't think it was the worst. I mean, he did one sketch I remember. This is the only one I remember because they keep showing it always online of him being in a suitcase and his head was sticking out, and the point is, listen, he was only on there for a year. Michael Anthony Hall joined him as well. I think they were both only on there for a year, and that's it. Yeah, it says here, 1985 to 86, 16 episodes. That's, fuck, I don't think that's even a full season. But listen, things worked out in the end. You're going to see how they, worked out very well. Especially in, I think, 2008. But anyways, yeah. So, you know what? Listen, Saturday Night Live calls, you give it a try. Okay, Lorne Michaels, you're the man. We all know that. But, hey, that's it. What are you going to do? It's a good experience, that's all. 1986, okay? One of my favorite comedies of all time, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite people of all time. One of the funniest people in the world, Rodney Dangerfield, in one of his best movies of all time, Back to School. It only has a 6.7 rating out of 10. IMDb, I love you, but go fuck yourself. It is way better than that. Look at Rodney. You fucking beautiful of a human being. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, I miss you. But I got to do a podcast about him one day. But the point is, this movie's awesome. It's awesome. Long story short, I think originally they wanted Ronnie Dangerfield's character to be like a janitor at the school, and that's how he helps out his kid. But they said, no, make him a millionaire, then make him a student there later. It worked out. But anyways, the movie, to help his discouraged son get through college, a fun-loving and obnoxious rich businessman decides to enter the school as a student himself. Okay? Do you get it now? There you go. Sally Kellerman, she plays the love interest of Ronnie Dangerfield, a teacher there. I think she recently died. Don't get me wrong. I'm bad at this shit, but I'm pretty sure she did. So rest in peace to her. She was awesome. And Burt Young has passed away too. And Jesus Christ, we're losing all the great people, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Keith Gordon, okay? He's the guy that was the lead in the movie Christine, the Stephen King, underrated, book turn movie there. Great little thing there. Yeah, now he's like a director or something. I don't know. He's for this movie and Christine, I'm gonna love him forever. Now Robert Downey Jr. plays his buddy in the movie. His name was Derek. If you watch this movie, first of all, you should. The movie's fucking hilarious. Okay, for you millennials out there and Gen X or I don't know whatever the pussy generation that's gonna come, even before that one. Oh, jeez. Turn the PC button off, okay? Because you're not going to enjoy this movie unless you do. Second, Robert Downey Jr. in every scene in this movie, he's fucking hilarious, and he looks different in every scene. Now, what I mean by that is his look his hair is different color. The way he dresses, it looks different in every scene. And you're gonna say, oh well, every day you dress different, Michael. yeah, okay, whatever, dickhead. The point is, he looks awesome, and like the styles is very 80s. There's one scene in the movie where he's wearing a jacket, and it has like microphones on the jacket. I mean, I made it into a T-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. For people that know me, know that I love my T-shirts, but it was awesome. And there's a scene where Rodney's going down the walkway there, or outside wearing a robe. He didn't give a shit. I mean, in real life, Rodney Dangerfield would show up in meetings in a robe, his dick and balls hanging out. He didn't give a fuck. Who cares? Smoking weed in hospitals? What a life. Listen, and Robert Downey Jr. just kicks ass in the movie. He's got that like I'm a geek, but I'm still better than you attitude. It's just fucking great. And if you pause that scene, like the scene I just described, you will see somebody walk by wearing a Ghostbusters shirt, like just a little emblem on the sleeve. That's how much of a nerd I am. I noticed this shit. But the point is, he's so good in this. Like he plays that great annoying friend, but not like too annoying. Like at one point he's just spazzing out on the floor, and Ronnie tells him, you look like the poster boy for birth control. It was fucking awesome. They got along great. He loved working with them. He told a great story on Howard Stern saying, like, I don't know, Ronnie didn't feel like working one day or something. He says, like my arm or like whatever, but I don't think I'm going to feel like working today. He's like, Ronnie, you look fine. Listen, I'm not going to feel like working today. Like he didn't give a shit. So working with Ronnie, is great experience by itself. But yeah, if you have the chance, I mean, before, he was I don't know, some kind of red robot. Robert Downey Jr. kicked ass in this movie, and it really just showed how talented this guy was. I mean, he's kind of like, I don't know, maybe fourth, fifth lead in, but he still stands out, and it's awesome. And also, you got William Zabka in the movie too. Yeah, so you got the whole 80s. I mean, he played a prick in The Karate Kid. He plays a prick in this one. He's a swimming prick, so it's even worse. But the point is, this movie kicks ass. Adrian Barbeau's in it. Terry Farrell. Did I say that right? Emmett Walsh. Paxton Whitehead. Awesome casted people, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great fucking movie. Great. Vehicle like after Animal House or sorry, Caddyshack. I'm sorry, and keep in mind too. Also, without the Animal House, there would be no Caddyshack. But I'll talk about that another time. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, how dare you? 6.7. I'm a Leaf fan. I don't know. You're gonna mention fucking 67 to whatever. The point is, this is a great movie. Robert Downey Jr. kicks ass. Everybody kicks ass in this movie. Awesome movie. Back to School came out in 1986. Okay, I repeat that again because you got to see this movie. Yeah, Ronnie's the best. Rest in peace to him. I've said in the past that like guys like Adam Sandler have kind of emulated what Rodney Dangerfield's like aura and like how he acts like in movies. Kind of like to this degree. Like this is a perfect example of that. So if you got the chance, absolutely check out this movie. It's great. And like I said, Robert Downey Jr., he, like, I want to know if it was his idea to dress differently in every scene or whatever, but I mean, he's he's fucking awesome. So absolutely check it out. Need I say more? No, I don't have to. 1986 again, busy year. Saturday Night Live, Back to School. Then he's in a movie called America, which I've never heard of. I assumed it was taped in America. The Pickup Artist. No, I didn't see this one. They, I don't know. According to the Robert Downey Jr. On the poster, I don't think you've seen this one either. Rented Lips. I mean, listen, Ricky Gervais made a joke when he hosted the, I don't know, whatever the awards there, where he just rips everyone a new asshole. Like a lot of titles that Robert Downey Jr. was in, or all the movie titles, like they really do sound like porn. Whatever. Less Than Zero. Okay, is this the movie I'm thinking of? Yes, it is. Okay, so this movie, all right, so Robert Downey Jr., he's done some movies before this, a lot of them comedies, most of them comedies, whatever. This one is definitely, it's got funny parts, but it's way more dramatic. A college freshman returns to LA for the holidays at his ex-girlfriend's request, but discovers that his former best friend has an out-of-control drug habit. Listen, a lot of you are thinking what I'm thinking. Yeah, at this time, yeah, he was going through, his shit. And he admits that during the make of this movie. I even saw a fact that at one point, they got fucked up one night and they were just yelling, going down the street. I think they were high making the movie while they were making this movie. And it just, it hits home in many ways. Okay, so, but at the same time, Robert Downey Jr., again, hit it out of the park with this one. You got Andrew McCarty, Jamie Gertz. Is that how you say it? Gert, yeah, G-E-R. I think I said it right. Yeah. James Spader, of course. Good little cast of people. But this is, like I said, it has its funny parts, but it's more of a, drama for sure. It does, you see what the effects of drugs does, to a person. I forgot, was this the movie that Brad Pitt made a cameo in? I don't know. Like, I believe one of these movies, he's in like the background or some shit of this party. I'm almost positive this was the movie. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, it is. Yep. Brad Pitt, party goer, preppy kid at fight, uncredited. Yep. There you go. So I forgot. I did a podcast on Brad Pitt. I forgot if this was his first movie, but yeah, this one is definitely showing off more Robert Downey Jr.'s more dramatic skills, and yeah, definitely I put this in his top 10 for sure. This is a really good performance, and definitely put him on the map for sure, as more of a serious actor. So, yeah, definitely check this one out. 6.4 rating. I'm surprised it got that low. I don't know, but, picky. This, Back to School, I don't know. IMDb, we're going to have a talk after, but okay. Johnny Be Good, 4.6 out of 10, not so good. I don't think I saw this one. I mentioned this movie before, 1969. Again, not the best rating, but I did not see this one. Yeah, only got a rating of 5.7 out of 10. But yeah, I mentioned a little bit before about the Kiefer Sutherland there. Yeah, but I didn't see this one. That's in Adequate. Adequate. I'm not spelling it for my benefit, ladies and gentlemen. You got to help me out here. 4.7 out of 10. Not the best. And he did a movie called True Believer. True Believer, how can it be? Well, according to the trailer here, it's got the Red from that 70s show. And I ever see this one? I'm trying to. Oh! I saw. Okay, yeah. So I saw this one a few years ago. Yeah, James Woods. Yep. Okay, this is a good movie. Good fucking great movie by James Woods too. Yeah, he did a great job in this one. So a cynical former civil liberties attorney now reduced to specializing in deafening drug dealers, becomes transformed by an 8-year-old murder case. Yes. Okay, so I don't remember a lot about this movie, but I remember it was good. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is kind of like playing his apprentice, I guess, with James Woods being a lawyer and all that, whatever. But this is a good one. This one's both actors are great in this one. So, you know, like I said, you know, you enter your 40s, you just, you know, forget. You forget shit. What? The point is, check out that movie, True Believer. Okay, 1989. Good way to end off the decade. Chances are. No, that's the name of the movie. Chances are, 6.5 rating. Okay. I don't know. He's holding up some pictures in the movie poster. I don't know. A reincarnated man knowingly falls in love with his own daughter from his previous life. Good luck making that one today. Jesus. But then again, good luck making Back to the Future today, you know? Calvin Klein's on your underwear? What? The point is, I didn't see this one. Air America. Mel Gibson. Okay. Well, hey, listen. I still like Lethal Weapon. I heard they're going to make another Lethal Weapon. I don't know what the fuck is taking them so long, but, well, I mean, you know, some of us do know why it's taking so long. But the point is, yeah, I saw this one. This one was okay. It was all right. It's got some good action scenes. I don't know if, you know, it's got that like kind of classic 80s feel, kind of action a little bit, you know. I'm not saying it's Commando, but, you know, it's all right. You want to check it out? Go ahead. I can't force you guys to do anything, okay? Don't worry about it. Not that I would. I'm just saying. Too Much Sun, 4.2 out of 10. I guess not enough. Soap Dish. I saw this one recently. It's okay. It's all right. It's got a hell of a cast, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it's all right. It's a decent little one if you want to check it out. Chaplin. Okay, so, you know, he's done the drama. He's done the comedy. Now it's time to really step it up here. Okay, we got Chaplin rated 7.5 out of 10. I mean, I would just give it an 8. I mean, this is a really good movie. I haven't seen this one in a while, but an elderly Charlie Chaplin discusses his autobiography with his editor, recounting his amazing journey from his poverty-stricken childhood to worldwide success after the ingenious invention of the little tramp. So, yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know who Charlie Chaplin is, shame on you, okay? Famous silent film actor. Yeah, that's right, folks. I mean, you know, there was a while when they first started making movies. I don't know, I believe, the first 20, 30 years, whatever, there was no sound. And Charlie Chaplin is, I guess you could say he was the Robert Downey Jr. of that era, you know? You know, or just picture him with a mime, you know, or as a mime. Or try to ignore I mean, back in the day, the Hitler mustache, you know, was cool. And then, you know, World War II happened and yeah, you know, it all went to shit, you know. But then we saw Michael Jordan in that commercial, you know, with the Hangs underwear and, yeah. Sorry, I'm just watching a few clips on here on IMDb. I totally forgot, if you guys remember The Simpsons. Remember when the TV show The Simpsons were good? And Grandpa Simpson, he's doing the thing with the rolls, with the forks, you know. That's where he got it from. So at the time, you know, that's where he got it. But he was so good in... just Charlie Chaplin himself was just so good. I mean, you gotta watch some of these movies here. I mean, holy shit! Again, you could do a whole podcast on this guy, but basically, I mean, he did a phenomenal job with this role. I don't know who won Best Actor this year, but holy shit! I mean, just an amazing movie, guys. I mean, really, just it's sad at the end because well, I don't want to give it away, whatever. But you know, It's pretty crazy. I'm just looking up a few facts here. It says the original cut of the movie was actually 4 hours long. Over 200 hours of footage was shot. How the fuck is that possible? 200 hours of footage was shot for this movie. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. That is damn, that's pretty crazy. But it says here in an interview on the Inside Actors Studio, Robert Downey Jr. said that while preparing for this movie, he watched all of Charlie Chaplin's movies. When asked how he felt about them, he said, they scared the hell out of me. You know what? I can't blame you because there's one movie he did. I forgot what Charlie Chaplin movie it was where he's rollerblading. And I don't know if it was done in a certain way, but it looked like he was gonna like fall through the floor like at any minute. And I mean, yeah, I mean, some of these movies just give you agita, just the way he acts, but it's pretty crazy. But it also says here to prepare for this role, Robert Downey Jr. learned how to play the violin and tennis left-handed. He also engaged a coach to help him imitate Charlie Chaplin's posture and mannerisms. Of course, that's what you got to do. Okay, you could tell he got lost in this role. I mean, even the way he fell in some scenes was just like pure Chaplin. I mean, it just he's awesome in this. Okay, so like once this movie came out, it's like okay, he can be the lead guy in a movie. I mean, not that he hasn't proven that before, but I mean, this is where Robert Downey Jr. can just. I'm not saying he can kick ass by himself, but I mean he can, almost carry a movie. If he gets that lost into it. So absolutely, I mean, top 10, forget it, top one of his top three for sure. Chaplin. I mean, you absolutely have to check out Chaplin, 1992. So if you're a Robert Downey Jr. fan and you're still obsessed with him, shooting little mini missiles out of his arm. Before he did that, he did Chaplin. So you absolutely have to check this movie out. Hearts and Souls. I sort of remember this movie, but not really. 7 out of 10. It's a pretty good read. Oh, this is when well, let me figure this out here. An unhappy businessman finds a new sense of purpose after he's tasked with helping a quartet of ghosts fulfill their last wishes before moving on to the afterlife. Okay. Yeah, it's a good little, yeah. Okay. I saw this movie a while ago, but I remember, yeah, I remember this was a pretty decent movie. It had a little decent cast too, yeah. Tom Sizemore, who... I always liked him, man. I think he was a tough motherfucker. I always thought he was a pretty good actor. Charles Grodin, we lost too. Man, sad thing is, guys, I do these reviews and then this is when you start to feel old. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I mean that, and every time I listen to rap music the last 15 years. But anyways, yeah, I mean, we lost a lot of good actors over the years, and but this is a good little movie, good little, comedy / drama. Elizabeth Shue in there, she still looks great. Yeah, I would definitely check this one out. So when you got a chance, again, check it out. Why not? Again, I can't force you. Just go ahead, take your time with it. No rush. And then he did a movie called Shortcuts, which I never saw. 7.6 out of 10, which is pretty good. Why does it sound familiar, though? A day-to-day lives of several suburban Los Angeles residents. It sounds familiar. I don't know why. Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen this one. Okay. Actually, I think I just saw this one like a few years ago. Yeah, good little movie. Great cast. Andy McDowell, Julianne Moore, Tim Robbins, Bruce Davison, Jack Lemmon, rest in peace. Awesome actor, by the way. Let me just say that. Jack Lemmon does not get the props. I mean, he gets the props he deserves, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure the older generation doesn't, or newer generation doesn't know about, the older guys here, but drama, comedy, he could do it all. Him and Walter Matthau, forget it. I mean, unlike OJ, both these guys are going to heaven for sure. That's a no-brainer there. Matthew Modine, you always kick ass, buddy. I don't mean it sarcastically either. He's awesome. That's a movie he did with Madonna there. Something Quest. Vision Quest? Yeah. That's kick ass. Fred Ward. Jennifer Jason Leigh, of course. She's awesome. Chris Penn, rest in peace. And yeah, Robert Downey Jr., of course, playing Bill Bush. Yeah, this is a weird. Yeah, I remember this movie. This is a weird movie. And there's one. You know what? Now I remember the scene with Robert Downey Jr. and with Chris Penn. Oh yeah, that's listen, I will not give it away, but it's worth seeing that segment alone. With it's definitely check that one out. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, this is a pretty good movie. Good cast of people. Again, when you got a chance, check it out. Hail Caesar. 3.1 out of 10. Hail nothing. I don't remember this one. Natural Born Killers. Okay, so if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, from what I've heard, the original script was written by Quentin Tarantino, and Oliver Stone did a rewrite. Now, listen, I love both these guys, okay? But Oliver Stone, I love you, but come on, man, you don't rewrite a Quentin Tarantino script. I mean, that's like getting a script from God. I mean, I get it, man, but so when you watch this movie, you don't really know what's what. You know what I mean? Like, I remember watching this movie, and again, it got mixed reviews in the sense that a lot of people didn't like the violence. But a lot of people did like it because it was an interesting story. I thought it was okay. The problem with this movie is you feel like it's one of those movies that like it's done by different people. Like you're getting like maybe 2 or 3 movies in one, different things. I don't know. It didn't blend well together. I remember Rodney Dangerfield was in the movie, and I heard a thing that he said like this killed his career. So I mean that one scene he was in, where he's playing the let's just say not a very good father. Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, Tom Sizemore. It is what it is with this movie. I mean, some people, I don't mind it, but you do wonder what is the real script. I don't think this is what Quentin Tarantino had in mind. Actually, I heard a story. I think Juliette Lewis told the story on Howard Stern where her and Quentin went to go see the movie, and 20 minutes into the movie, she leaned over to him and said, "Let's get the fuck out of here." So again, this is a story. That's what I heard. I hear things, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. I mean, nothing too crazy, but again, it seems like a movie that Quentin, something Quentin would write, but it just, I don't know. The rewrites, man. I don't know how Oliver Stone could do that. I don't know. I don't know. But you want to check it out? Go ahead. It's up to you. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, so there you go. Tommy Lee Jones too. There you go. So it's your call. Only You. I don't remember this one. This looks like a romantic comedy with Robert and Marissa Tomei. I did not see this one. I did not. 6.5 rating. I've always said, when you get a movie has a 6.5 rating on IMDb, it's like you're probably either going to like it. It's like on the fence. You might like it, you may not. So, again, it's up to you. Richard III. Well, I think we all know what this is about. I did not see this one. Got a pretty good rating. Ian McKellen, of course. Annette Bening, of course. I never saw this one. Listen, I can't see them all, folks. I'm not saying I'm the busiest person in the world, but hey, got a good rating, 7.3 out of 10. Do what you got to do. Home for the Holidays. I didn't see this one either. I don't know. Oh, director Jodie Foster. Okay, cool. Holly Hunter, Anna Bancroft. No, I did not see this one. Did not. Could be a romantic comedy. I'm not sure. It could be, coming home for the holidays. That could be a pain in the ass for some families. I tell you, the travel, and then you do with the thing, and then, it's, I don't know. It's May. I don't want to think about the holidays right now. But the point is, if you want to check it out, Mr. Willowby's Christmas Tree. What? It's a TV movie. Okay. The title like that, it's got to be. Okay, so wow, it looks like a Muppets movie. Okay, Jim Henson's Muppets. There you go. Rest in peace to good old Jim Henson, of course. Okay, Leslie Nielsen. Rest in peace to him too. I'm saying that way too often in this podcast. But anyways, listen, Airplane, forget it. I never saw this one. 6.1 out of 10. I mean, I've only seen so many Muppet movies, but, you assume they all end with a happy ending, right? A Restoration. I did not see this one. No, did not see it. He's got some crazy long hair in this one. I don't know. Judging by the poster, it looks like he's up to some shit here, Mr. Junior. But again, didn't see it. Could maybe I'll see it this weekend. Who knows? Danger Zone. Way to the danger zone. A 4.4 to 10. Listen, again, it's one of these movies you can tell by looking at the movie poster. It is not good. You can tell all these guys were photoshopped in there. If you know the Scarborough area in Toronto, there's a famous mall called Pacific Mall where you can get burnt movies. I mean, I don't know if it's like that anymore. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I've done it. I'm just saying, this is what I'm told. But again, it looks like one of those pictures you would see on like a burnt, Blu-ray. Especially if the movie poster on top of the movie poster, it has like a blue stripe and it says HD on it. Chances are, it's not good. But, do I love my, fellow Greek Billy Zane? Of course I do. So, hey, it's up to you. A One Night Stand. Did not see this one. Two Girls and a Guy. I do remember this one. This one was okay. It was all right. I mean, again, these porn titles. Ricky nailed it, man. Hugo Pool. We can tell it's a pool movie because the background of the movie poster is blue. So The Gingerbread Man. Okay. Wow, this is, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen some photoshopping movie posters in my lifetime, but my God, this one, how something happens in the news, like you see two people fighting, and then you see like two people fighting in a movie, and what they do is they literally just post, just paste their heads on top, like the heads don't move. It's just like, it looks like it was cut out of a, Polaroid picture. You have to see this movie poster, according to IMDb. I'm 5.7 out of 10. I'm not expecting anything less, but my God, they didn't even try for this one. Is it about gingerbread men? I doubt it. It kind of has. It's like a brownish kind of red, like a gingerbread man, the poster, but no. This is no. U.S. Marshals. Okay, so. This is the sequel to probably one of the best movies of the 90s by far. One of Harrison Ford's best movies, Tommy Lee Jones, of course. U.S. Marshals. The Fugitive, the sequel, U.S. Marshals. So, of course, Harrison Ford is not going to be in the second one because, the odds of him going through the shit twice is, just fucking crazy. So, of course, they got Wesley Snipes in there, doing his thing. Of course, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He maybe didn't pay his taxes, but he didn't do this shit. So of course he's got to prove himself. But of course Tommy Lee Jones has to go after him, and of course he's got new blood in his group there. And of course, who's the new guy? Royce, played by Robert Downey Jr., which as soon as you see his character, like he breaks out of cuffs, just by using someone's glasses, which I would love to master one day. That's just a cool move. But yeah, he was good in this because for a while, like I'll be honest with you, like I didn't see him in a lot. Like I remember growing up as a kid, it's like you see him in Chaplin and da 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 and here and there. But then this one, he kind of it made a little bit of noise, and he was great in this one too. As a little bit of a side story, I don't know, maybe you guys will like this. Maybe I told this story before. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. To my 3 listeners who already heard the story, I'm sorry. But I saw this with my buddy in the movie theater. And like we're just, going to our seats, and then people are going to their seats, whatever. And there's like 3 guys just like ahead of us. And they go into their seats, and they're just making jokes. So the one guy goes, I guess he's trying to make us laugh for some reason. I don't know. And like he goes to his one buddy, he goes, well, we know, you like your boyfriend Snipes, so that's why we're here at this movie. We're just laughing at each other, like, what the fuck is going on here? But anyways, there's a scene very early in the movie where Tommy Lee Jones is dressed as a chicken. So that alone is worth seeing this movie for. But it is actually a pretty solid movie. I'm just saying, Tommy Lee Jones dressed up as a chicken. That's awesome. But anyways, and then, so 20 minutes into the movie, and I thought it was a pretty decent movie. Okay, it's no, the original. It's not the original Fugitive, but still, decent movie. So 20 minutes into this movie where Tommy Lee Jones is like disguised undercover as a chicken, one of the guys in the group goes, I think it was the same guy that, tried to tell the shitty joke there. Literally, the movie's going, it's dark, whatever. He just stands up in the middle of the movie theater and he goes, this movie sucks! Everybody out! And he just walks away. And he never came back. And we're like, what the fuck just happened? So, again, I don't know if you guys were on coke or whatever. Or, it just... shit. The point is, I thought it was a decent movie. So, 20 minutes into the movie, me and my buddy were still there. So, all I'm saying is, it's not the original Fugitive, but it's still a pretty decent movie. 6.6 rating out of 10. That's not bad. So, yeah, I don't, listen, God, you thought, listen, I love my city of Toronto, don't get me wrong, but yeah, you think it was fucked back then, Jesus Christ. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, decent little sequel, not as good as the original, obviously, nobody expected it to be, but it's still worth checking out. So, if you want, check it out. In Dreams, 5.5 out of 10. I don't remember this one. I don't, no, I didn't see this one. Sorry. Friends and Lovers. Sang by Usher, Little John, and Luda. No. It's a movie, 4.4 to 10. Yeah. Bowfinger. I like this movie. I thought it was a funny movie with Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy. I completely forgot he was in this. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is in that movie. Wow. Okay. Huh. I totally forgot. Black and White. No, I'm not describing Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy. That's the next movie. 5 out of 10. I didn't see it. Wonder Boys. Good little movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I like Michael Douglas. I got to do a podcast about him one day. And not just because we share the same name, because he kicks ass. Listen, any person that says they got throat cancer because they ate too much pussy, I'm in. Okay? An English professor tries to deal with his wife leaving him, the arrival of his editor who has been waiting for his book for 7 years, and the various problems that his friends and associates involve in him. Listen, I'm thinking the same thing. I get it, but it is a really good movie. Michael Douglas kills it in this one. He's a stoner, if that helps you. He gets Toby high at one point. I don't know, Spider-Man's, climbing the walls and shit. No, he doesn't. But, one can dream. The point is, good little cast of people. Of course, Robert Downey Jr. is in it too. Frances McDormand. Rip Torn, rest in peace. Man, we need to tough motherfucker like you again, man. Holy shit. Katie Holmes. Oh, yeah, she was in this one. Yeah. Jane Addams. Yeah, good little cast of people. I recommend this movie. All right, 7.2 out of 10. That's not a bad rating. Not bad at all. So, yeah, check it out. Motives. That's a short he did, 4.3 to 10. Okay. I mentioned this before. Elton John, I Want Love. There you go. Listen, Elton John calls, you answer, you go. That's it. Plain simple. All right? I'm still standing. Yeah. Lethargy. Yeah, third time's a charm. It's a short he did. I didn't see it. Ellie McBeal. I'll be honest with you. I never watched this show. I only heard of the bathroom thing because I don't know. I thought I saw a scene in it like years later, and yeah, I don't know. 6.9 rating. Sorry. Yeah. I'm told it was a good show. I mean, it was on for a while, right? Yeah. So, but he was only on there for a few seasons. Yeah, I explained what happened before, and there you go. The Singing Detective. Whatever We Do, Gothica. I heard about this movie. I never watched it. I heard it wasn't that good. I mean, I love Halle Berry. Hallelujah, Halle Berry. You're awesome. Did a podcast about her too. But I did not see this one. The Root V50. It's a short he did. He did a lot of shorts here. Eros, I say that, EROS, Game 6, I guess he's a Jay-Z fan, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, again with the porn titles, but this is a really good movie, very good movie. Him and Val Kilmer had excellent chemistry together. After being mistaken for an actor, a New York thief is sent to Hollywood to train under a private eye for a potential movie role. But the duo are thrown together with a struggling actress into a murder mystery. What do you want? In the beginning of this movie, there is a great scene where he's running away from a crime, whatever. He just busts through a door, and all of a sudden, he's in a room where people think like he's auditioning for a movie. It's a great fucking scene. I mean, I do feel, a little criticism, just saying, I feel the first half of this movie is better than the second half. It's one of those movies. That's just my opinion, but it's still a great movie. Overall, 7.5 out of 10. Val's great in it, man. I've loved a lot of movies he's done as well. He'd be a cool guy to do a podcast with as well. But, yeah, great chemistry between these two guys. Again, showing, Robert Downey still got in, like, dramatic, like, but still comedic form and all that. So I thought it was a pretty good movie. So if you got the chance, check it out. Good night and good luck. No, we're not done yet. That's the name of the movie. I do remember this movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember it being a good movie. Yeah, George Clooney. Yeah, he also directed it. He... co-writer, yes, broadcast journalist Edward R. Murrow looks to bring down Senator Joseph McCarthy. Yes, good little movie, good, classic, taped in black and white. Classic, classic form. Yeah, I don't know if was this the first one that George Clooney directed, or I'm not sure, but good little movie, man. Good little. I haven't seen this one in a while. I saw when it first came out, but yeah, I remember it was pretty good. So, And again, keep in mind, folks. Like, I just want to point this out. Like, and again, God bless Robert Downey Jr. For getting over his demons and all that shit. But again, keep in mind, people did not forget how good of an actor this guy was. I mean, if this guy had no talent and he's just fucking around and whatever, nobody would take a chance on this guy. But I mean, still years later, he's still getting work. To me, that says something. That says that he's still like a great actor, still, loves acting, takes it seriously. So I just want to point that out. And on Family Guy, he I remember this episode. He Patrick Petersmith, or Petersmith. There you go, Fuck. He played Lois's brother, and he was it was a little nuts. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty good episode, and I didn't find out till like way later that was Robert Downey Jr. It didn't quite sound like him. I don't know if he was putting on a little bit of a voice, but yeah, it was a pretty good episode. I love Family Guy. It's still awesome. I keep in mind too, Family Guy switched from they switched networks. Now they're on Wednesdays, I think, and I don't know, that threw me off for a bit, but still a great show. A guide to recognizing your saints. I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Shia LaBeouf is in it. I don't want to know this one. Rosario Dawson, Diane Wiest, Channing Tatum's in this one. All right. I never heard of this one. Coming of age drama about a boy growing up in Astoria, New York. Okay, that kind of makes sense. We got sounds Greek, because there's one guy here. What's his name? Peter Anthony Tabakis. Okay, this guy's got to be Greek. Okay, he's got fucking 3 names right there. Dead giveaway. But I never saw this one. I'm Greek, so now I have to. Shia LaBeouf's in it. Fuck, Christ. Anyways, what an asshole. Anyways, I'll check it out. The Shaggy Dog. I did not see this one. A Scanner Darkly. Oh, this is a trippy movie. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay, so they did well. When you watch the movie, you'll see the way it's animated. It's like I don't know how to describe the animation. It's like the animation is moving with itself. I listen. Just watch the trailer. You'll trip out. But it's a good movie, regardless. An undercover cop in a not too distant future becomes involved with a dangerous new drug and begins to lose his own identity as a result. All right. You got one of the top prospects, Canada. Keanu Reeves himself, Winona Ryder, Robert, of course, Rory Cochran. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. Point is, this is a pretty trippy movie. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's in this one too. Yeah. He's got the wig on. That's cool. But trippy movie. I mean, because of the animation, you'll just love it because of that. I mean, obviously that adds to the appeal, but it is a good little movie. So definitely check it out. Fur, an imaginary portrait of Diane Arbus. I didn't see this one. No, didn't see it. Zodiac. Ooh. Is in about the signs. But anyways, between 1968 and 1983, a San Francisco cartoonist becomes an amateur detective obsessed with tracking down the Zodiac Killer, an unidentified individual who terrorizes North Carolina with a killing spree. Okay, so we all know about the Zodiac Killer. Okay, they never caught this fucker. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. That recent Roadhouse movie. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Anyways, the point is, he's decent in this. Don't worry, you can get past it. Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, John Carroll Lynch, Brian Cox. Good little movie, guys. Chloe Savani, I think I said that right. Dermot Mulroney. Ellis Cotis. Yes. Casey Jones, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Fuck yeah. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is fucking trippy as hell. Okay. And again, I don't want to give away the ending. The ending is, really good. I mean, I think it's one of those endings, is it true? Is it whatever? But, 7.7 out of 10, you can't argue with that scoring. I mean, just give it an 8. It really is some really good performances. So definitely check that one out. Vanity Fair, Killers Kill, Dead Men Die. That makes sense. 4.9. Lucky You, 5.9. Not so lucky. Charlie Barlett. Why does it sound familiar? I think I've seen this one. It's I got decent ratings. 6.9 again. That always gets me. A rich kid becomes a self-appointed psychiatrist to the student body of his new high school. I think I remember this movie. It is it's a decent little movie. What's his name? Anton Yelchin. Is that how you say it? I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., Kat Dennings. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember this movie. I think this movie was good. I'm pretty sure. I want to say it's good. So, yeah, check it out. So, listen, Robert Downey Jr. has done, a shit ton of shit at this point. I think he's definitely established himself as an actor. I think we can all agree on that, right? Okay. And then 2008 comes. Okay. I mean, really, he really has nothing else to prove. I know he's being, dealing with personal stuff, off the set and even sometimes on the set, we know that, but he's still consistently working, and that says something, And then he's still waiting for that really big role, that role that's just gonna, again, take him to the next universe, perhaps a Marvel universe. I don't know, And he plays Man Iron. I'm sorry, Iron Man. I'm sorry. Iron Man. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, okay, the current rating on IMDb is a 7.9. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we can call it an 8. Okay, I think we can just round it up, a 0.1 thing. No, okay. And he plays the great character Tony Stark. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before this, I don't read comic books. You can tell by this podcast I don't read. But I didn't know much about Iron Man. I've heard of him. I've heard, I know the classic album by Ghostface Killah. We all know that. That Supreme Clientele. Come on, both classics. The point is, this movie brought Robert Downey Jr. to the next level. Now, apparently, they wanted Tom Cruise to play the role. Okay? Classic Hollywood move. Okay? Now, again, I got nothing against Tommy. I did a whole podcast about him. He's done a few movies himself. Look it up. But, I mean, it's hard to picture anybody else but Robert Downey Jr. in this role. Okay? And God bless one of my favorite Italians of all time, Jon Favreau, who really made this push. A lot of people did not want, Robert Downey Jr. because of his past. And listen, he just absolutely killed it. We all know that. I mean, again, I mentioned this before. He's got charisma up the ass. And the whole point of Iron Man, okay, Tony Stark, is that he's full of himself, but he's still lovable at the same time. It's just the way he carries himself. That's all. And it all works here. Robert Downey Jr. played this role perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. And it says here, after being held captive in an Afghan cave, billionaire engineer Tony Stark creates a unique, weaponized suit of armor to fight evil. Oof. And this is what's cool about this, the whole character of Tony Stark too, is that he's just a normal guy that created this kick-ass suit that made him a superhero in a fucking cave. And then he perfected it over the years and all that. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Gwyneth Paltrow, of course, is, the love interest. She's cool. Terrence Howard plays his buddy in there, which I did mention Iron Man before. There is that scene in the movie, which, again, I got to give Favreau props on this one, okay? You can tell he's a hip-hop fan. He put one of Ghostface Killah's videos in there. Iron Man, the whole connection there. That is fucking awesome. I mean, he didn't have to do that, but that is fucking cool. That is a cool move. Apparently with Terrence Howard, I heard he was part of helping Robert Downey Jr. get the role of Iron Man, and he wasn't in the second one because he wanted more money, but then there's other stories where they didn't want him there, and then they got Don Cheadle because they wanted to save money, and I'll be honest with you. I plead the fifth on this one. I don't know what the fuck happened. I know Terrence Howard was great in this, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm actually sorry it didn't work out, but I don't know what to tell you. Jeff Bridges, of course. I don't know. As I get older, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I'm pretty sure when, that scene where you see him with a bald head for the first time. To me, it's almost like looking in a mirror, But then there's a part of me that's like, man, he's got awesome hair. He had to shave it. What a waste. But anyways, Leslie Bibb, Sean Tube. I don't know if I said that right. Clark Gregg, Jon Favreau, of course, shows up there. Of course he does. He fucking helped him get the role. Listen, anything Favreau does, he's awesome. We all love Swingers. The movie Made, underrated. But Jon Favreau, man, you absolutely have to give him props for getting Robert Downey Jr. in this role. I mean, again, I can't stress how good he was. I mean, like when he said, again, I'm not really giving anything away, but at some point in the movie, he does say, "I am Iron Man," and it says here, "I am Iron Man" was ad-libbed by Robert Downey Jr. Producer Kevin Feige approved using it in the final cut of the film, and credits this with his decision to largely do away the secret identities in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Only Spider-Man conceals his identity, while Thor's alter ego, Donald Blake, which I totally forgot that was his name. I didn't even know that. Thor's better, is similarly not used. So there you go. He totally ad-libbed that. And then the song plays. And then Ozzy Osbourne shows up. The point is, he is so fucking good in this. My God. I mean, and people, after, like, he almost started the whole trend. It's like, now we want serious actors to play these roles. We just don't want, and again, I'm not dissing Tom Cruise or nothing. I'm just saying, like, they want guys that can really pull this fucking shit off. Who the fuck is going to play Iron Man after he retires? He said he retired the character. He's not retiring the character. Come on. That one movie made fucking $3 billion. Nobody's fucking dying and turning into dust. I'm getting ahead of myself. But the point is, this movie kicks ass. I mean, my God. I mean, the action scenes in this one, too. The swagger's up the ass when it comes to Robert Downey Jr. Everybody did their part in this movie, okay? I'm not saying what hasn't been already said. But, again, this launched Robert Downey Jr. into the next level, okay? When it came to his movie career and definitely his bank account. So, it's awesome. Of course, they made the video game. He does his voice for that. More money. Why not, But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure everyone at this point has seen Iron Man. If you haven't, you're an idiot. But, it's so funny, too, because, like that generation knows Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I know him from Chaplin. Some people might know him from Back to School. Like, it's crazy how, this acting thing is, and it just evolves, like, just in different stages, I mean, at this point, Robert Downey Jr. has been acting since he was a kid, in, like, the 70s or early 80s, whatever, and now it's 2008. He's still, like, this is, like, another coming, for his career. Like, it's fucking crazy. But he absolutely killed it. So, again, this goes without saying, but if you haven't seen Iron Man, holy shit, you're missing out. One of the best superhero movies of all time. And, yeah, again, props to Jon Favreau, man, for sticking to his guns and saying, look, we got to get this guy. It's going to work out. And absolutely it did. I mentioned the video game there. The Incredible Hulk. He showed up. I guess he showed up at the end. I guess. I forgot about this one. Yeah, The Incredible Hulk. This was the. This was the one with what's his name there? Ed Norton. That's right. Yeah. They had that one scene in the movie. I remember, like, I was walking downtown in Toronto, and they closed off Yonge and Bloor. Now, if anybody that's from Toronto, Yonge and Bloor, I mean, forget it. Like, just it's that's the heart of downtown, all right, in Toronto. And, you don't want to be there between 5 and 7. I mean, rush hour is just crazy. Traffic's crazy. But they closed down that section for a while. And I found out the scene at the end where Hulk is fighting the other monster or whatever. It's a combination of Young and Bloor and New York City. They combined both the streets there. So there you go. But yeah, good little movie. I enjoyed every version of the Hulk. I thought all these movies were pretty good on their, for whatever. This one definitely had more action, but there you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 2008 was a very kick-ass year for Robert Downey Jr., not only because of Iron Man, because he made, in my opinion, one of the funniest movies of all time. And he played a man disguised as a man playing another man or some kind of shit like that. The point is, the movie is called Tropic Thunder, and my God, what a cast of people. And I got to give, again, props to Ben Stiller for 2 reasons. 1, making one of the funniest movies of all time. And 2, sticking by your guns. And, people giving you shit today for saying, oh, this movie's not PC. You can't make this movie today. Oh, you mentioned the word retard. You can't say retard. Fuck off. He told, I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said, I'm not apologizing for this. I made the movie. That's it. You don't like it? Buff on Ghoul. That's it. So, again, through a series of freak occurrences, a group of actors shooting a big budget war movie are forced to become the soldiers they are portrayed. And ladies and gentlemen, they did a phenomenal job. And again, I got to say, Ben Stiller directed it, stars in it as well, does a great job. Jack Black is one of my favorite people of all time. I love this man. He does a great job. Robert Downey Jr. So, how can I put this? He plays a character named Kurt Lazarus, who is an Australian, blonde-haired, blue-eyed actor. Then he goes so deep into this role to play the character Hot LZ, which I'm going to be honest with you, I totally forgot that was the name of the character, and you're going to see why in a few seconds why it doesn't even matter. He makes himself into a black man, okay? Now, could you get away with this shit? Could you make Tropic Thunder today? He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and you said, well, you could, but, and again, let's really be honest with ourselves. So let's say if the success of Iron Man hit first, okay, and then Robert Downey Jr. was asked to make this movie after. I think we all know deep down he'd probably say no. Probably. I don't want to think that, but probably. Let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? It's cool, whatever. But yeah, I mean, this was probably. I'm going to assume this is probably the last time that someone did blackface and not only got away with it, but. I mean, he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. I mean, and I remember when they were reading it, I think people were laughing too because nobody could believe. I mean, nobody thought he was going to win, but still, for him to get nominated, and he was really good. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad he did because he fucking killed it in this movie. My God, I mean, he is so fucking funny. And again, it's great getting a serious actor like Robert Downey Jr. to do a funny role like this because he's really gonna put everything into it. And I gotta give props also to Brandon T. Jackson because the one scene that he had, him and Robert had together where they're going back and forth there, and at one point Brandon tries to punch him, he grabs his fist and just brings him in for a hug, and he gives him the speech about slavery, for 400 years. I'm not gonna say it because I'm white and I'm gonna fuck it up. But the point is. I've already said enough shit on this podcast that'll get me canceled. But the point is, he did a great job with, playing off him. And I mean, this is just fucking hilarious, man. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. That's what it was. Thank you. Jay Burchell, did a podcast on him. Proud Canadian. I mean, he's a Montreal Canadiens fan. Okay, nobody's perfect, but we share the same birthday. The point is, the cast of people is just fucking awesome. Apparently, one thing I want to mention too, I think I mentioned this before in the past, the role that went to Brandon T. Jackson was apparently for Kevin Hart, and he turned it down. Now, apparently, look, the rumor is he turned it down because I think the character, not giving a lot of weight here, but the character may or may not be gay or whatever. And then they said they rewrote it and they wrote it differently. That's why he backed out and they rewrote it after he left. And I don't know, man, no disrespect to Kevin Hart or nothing. I know his career, is, definitely taken off, since then. But I don't know, man. I mean, to turn down working with Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, man. I mean, okay, whatever, I don't know. Anyways, Steve Coogan, who I recently saw a movie called, I believe it's called 24-Hour Party People. Great movie. Danny McBride, who I fucking love. I love this dude. I mean, Amy Stiller, Bill Hader. If you've not seen the series Barry, fuck, you're missing out. Nick Nolte. And speaking of which, Tom Cruise, who, I mean, my in many ways, man, I mean, he played probably one of the funniest people in a movie ever. I mean, that cameo is, well, see, a lot of people consider it a cameo, but I don't, because it's more than one scene. I don't consider it a cameo. I consider it a role, especially the dance he does at the end. My God, he made Ludacris proud for sure. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this movie. Okay. And we all know the speech that Robert Downey Jr. did, going full retard. Okay, that speech is hilarious. I don't give a shit what anybody says. People still use it to this day. Okay. Again, I'm gonna get shit for saying this, but you know what? Fuck it. I've already done one podcast called Retard. I'm gonna do a part 2. You know why? Because fuck it. That's why. I got 3 people listening to this shit. Who cares? Like when you call someone a retard, you're not actually calling them like retard, like specially challenged or that, like you're calling them stupid. And that's something that my generation grew up with. And that's something that Ben and Jack, and I'm sure, listen, I'm sure Robert Downey Jr.'s father, I'm sure all these guys were at their parties, and I'm sure the word retard, and I'm sure way worse fucking words were said at these parties. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, all right? The point is, okay, maybe it's a generational thing, whatever, but I still hear people say this word all the time, okay? I'd rather people say that word than the word fam all the time, okay? I was on the bus the other day, 2 white kids going, yo fam, yo fam, yo fam, shut the fuck up. The point is, okay, this movie's fucking hilarious. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I think Robert Downey Jr. too is not apologized for it. God bless him. I mean, look, you can't make a comedy like this and then years later give in, okay? So God bless Ben Stiller. I love you, man. I love everybody that was involved in this movie. One of the funniest fucking films of all time, okay? And again, if you have not seen Tropic Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, you're missing out. Can I continue? Okay. Tropic Thunder, Reign of Madness. It's a video. I did not see that. Didn't see it. I should see it. The Soloist. Okay. So basically at this point, Robert Downey Jr.'s career is just, after Iron Man, Tropic Thunder, people, they want him in every fucking thing. I mean, you can't blame him, of course. This movie I watched, him, Jamie Foxx, which, by the way, I just want to put this out there. I'm not one of these people that thinks now we have a Jamie Foxx clone. You people on the internet are fucking stupid. I mean, my God. Christ, the world we're living in. But anyways, I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't feeling it. That's just me. But, I don't know. You want to check it out? Go ahead. Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so it's got a high rating, 7.6 out of 10. It's a decent movie. I say decent because, like, if you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes, this isn't really Sherlock Holmes. It's not. It's kind of like, I like Guy Ritchie. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna love him forever for Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Both classic movies. We know that. But this is his version of Sherlock Holmes. I mean, you want to see the real one? Watch the BBC one with Cumberbatch there. That was great. I mean, I don't think it's going to get any better than that. But this one's more like the action, version. If Robert Downey Jr. is fine as Sherlock Holmes, I guess. It just Jude Law is cool too. Just Rachel McAdams, she's Canadian, she's awesome. We all know that. The point is, it's I don't know. I don't consider it to be real Sherlock Holmes. That's all. I mean, is it decent as a movie? Sure, nothing wrong with it. But I don't know. Like, if you're a real Sherlock Holmes fan, I'm not saying I'm a diehard Sherlock Holmes fan, but he wasn't like blowing shit up and all that, and I don't know. I don't know. It's all right. It's a good little movie, but I don't consider it real Sherlock Holmes. That's all I'm saying. Iron Man 2. Well, duh. I mean, obviously we're going to make another Iron Man. This one was good. Was not as good as the first one, but nobody expected it to be as good as the first one. Of course. I mean, we kind of figured this is going to be like a trilogy at least, the whole Marvel universe, they got a good thing going here. So why not? Director Jon Favreau, obviously. So you got Robert Downey Jr. back in it, obviously. Jesus, duh. Mickey Rourke, because of the success of The Wrestler, he started getting more work after. I heard a thing with Mickey Rourke when he did this role. He literally only read for the scenes he was in. That's it. He had no idea what was going to happen. Mickey Rourke is awesome. I got to do a podcast about him. He did a boxing movie called Homeboy. I don't know where you can find it, but if you have the chance, check it out. Really good movie. Anyways, Gwyneth Paltrow's in it again. So, of course, I mentioned, Terrence Howard, being replaced with Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle did a good job, too. I mean, no worries there. Scarlett Johansson, of course. Sam Rockwell, Samuel Jackson, Clark Gregg, John Slattery, Gary Shandling. Oh, God. We miss you, buddy. Paul Bettany, Kate Mara, Leslie Bibb, Jon Favreau. It was a good movie. My thing with this movie is, I'll just say this: the ending could have been better. I almost feel like the ending, I don't know, they tried to wrap it up as soon as they could. It felt rushed. I don't know, like the ending, it could have ended way better. I'll say that. I mean, decent little ending, but it felt like that quick. And it just, I don't know if it was just me, but it could have been better. They definitely made up for that in the next film, but we're going to get to that in a little bit. But again, the saga continues of Iron Man, of course. And if you saw the first one, you got to see the second one. Love and Distrust. It's a video he did. I didn't see that one. Due Date. Okay, so a lot of people compare this movie to basically Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And in many ways, it is. Because of the success of Hangover, you got Zach Galifianakis in there, fellow Greek. Yeah, good little movie. It's no Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. I feel it shouldn't be compared to that, but director Todd Phillips, who did The Hangover, so of course. But I thought they played well off each other. Good little movie. I liked it. Do not drink the coffee. That's all I'm going to say. But the point is, good little comedy. I liked it. Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. At this point, I barely remember the first one. I don't really remember the second one. But again, just the same thing. If you like the first one, I guess you like the second one. I just, I don't know. I just feel it doesn't give it that. Like the BBC series really just, I mean, that's the benchmark, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's up to you. So listen, We did the Iron Man movie. We did all these other superhero movies. What's next? Avengers Assemble. The Avengers. 2012. Avengers. Came out in 2012. Of course, he plays Tony Stark / Iron Man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a movie I think we've all been waiting for quite some time. Okay? We finally got it. Earth's mightiest heroes must come together and learn to fight as a team if they are going to stop the mischievous Loki and his alien army from enslaving humanity. Couldn't have said it better myself. Got Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo playing the new Hulk. All right? A lot of people would consider him being the best Hulk. I can't disagree. Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Clark Gregg, Kobe Smulders, I think I said that right. Stellan Skarsgård, Samuel Jackson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Paul Bettany, Alex Denisoff, Tina Bensko, Jersky Skolimowski. I think I said that right. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie, forget it. Long time coming. We all knew it was going to kick ass. All right, 8 out of 10, of course, you know. But in many ways, I mean, this movie was just the beginning. I mean, you just want to test the waters, see who, you know, is the more popular character out of everybody. But of course, you got to get all these guys at one point in a movie. Sure, it's going to cost them a shit ton of money to make this movie, but it's worth it. How much, you said? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, the movie cost to make the budget of $220 million. Now you say to yourself, wow, that's a shit ton of money for 2012. Of course it was. But the first opening weekend, okay, $207 million in US and Canada. So you basically made your money back in the first weekend alone. Total US gross in Canada, $623 million. Worldwide gross, $1.5 billion. Ka-ching. Now I heard that apparently Robert Downey Jr. had points in this movie and in Iron Man 3, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. And in 1 year's time, I think he made something like, or just off these two movies alone, like something like give or take $70 million. Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that Iron Man is not dying anytime soon. I don't give a shit what fucking purple monster snaps his fingers. It's too much. It's too much. But again, this is a great movie. You know, it was cool to see that one scene, everyone like, you know, getting together. Oh, and the scene at the end where they're eating shawarma, that was Robert Downey Jr.'s idea. You know, he thought it'd be funny. I think he might even improv the line like at the end there, like you want to get shawarma or whatever, and then they just decided, hey, let's do the role there. Somebody was hiding somebody's face or something because like they weren't anticipating to make that role, or I don't know. Chris Evans was hiding his face because he was doing another movie, and then I don't know. You know, again, they didn't anticipate for it. But again, this is the pull that Robert Downey Jr. has now in this beautiful Marvel universe. So again, I think we've all seen Avengers at this point. If we're all superhero fans, why not? Okay, but you know, see it again. Okay, go ahead. Iron Man 3, of course. I just mentioned this. Listen. In the beginning of this movie, let's all be honest with ourselves, okay? It doesn't have the best beginning. It kind of starts off a little slow, and we're kind of like, uh-oh. Usually, you know, these action movies, you know, superhero movies has like a big thing. All I'll say is this, the ending of the movie is like, you know, like 100 4th of Julys. I mean, it is fucking crazy. But again, this movie is awesome, okay? Every Iron Man movie is pretty awesome in its own right. Okay, I think we can all agree to that. And like I said before, the second movie did not have the best ending, but I think they caught word of that, and they definitely made up for it in this one. Guy Pearce played Aldrich Killian, did a great job as the bad guy. Got Ben Kingsley in there now, all the usual suspects. It's crazy. I mean, it really, think about, how Robert Downey Jr., I mean, so many people counted this guy out. And, he just went from, making movies, and then all of a sudden he's the main guy in this superhero universe. I mean, let's be honest, like, he really is. I mean, in many ways, Marvel, I mean, you dispute, whatever, but in the end, Iron Man just took over. Period. And Robert Downey Jr. just absolutely killed it, in all three movies. He did a great job. Yeah, did a great job. So again, if you have a chance, go back, watch these movies again. I mean, they're all great. And of course, you can't forget the people that helped you get this role, aka Jon Favreau. And Jon Favreau made a little movie called Chef, which I'll just say two things. One, do not watch this movie if you're hungry. And two, Robert Downey Jr. does a small cameo in there. Whatever. The 1-2 scenes there. And of course, listen, you got it. I mean, Favreau, listen, I guarantee you Favreau called him and said, look, dude, I love you, man. I'm not telling you have to be in my movie, but, I mean, I did help you make a shit ton of money. So listen, I'm sure Robert Downey's cool with it. It was a funny little part. He thought the secretary said he was, or she was pregnant with his kid, but he had a vasectomy, so yeah, he knows she's lying. And I mean, I don't know. I'm sure a girl like that, now is probably on OnlyFans. But the point is, great little movie. In many ways, this is, it's a great movie. Like I said, it'll make you hungry. He like in the movie, he's going out with Scarlett Johansson, and his ex-wife is Sofia Vergara. So, I mean, in many ways, this is just another fantasy movie. But look, in all honesty, it's a great movie. It gives you a good idea what chefs go through, and true passion of a chef. It's not just about the kitchen. It's the whole atmosphere, and what you can provide for your customers. Of course. Oh yeah, I forgot. Russell Peters was the Miami cop. That's funny. Cool dude. Toronto boy. Point is, ladies and gentlemen, check out this movie, and props to Robert Downey Jr. for not forgetting the people that help you out. So I thought that was a cool move. The Judge, good little movie. All right, him and Robert Duvall. I don't know if that was done on purpose, but I did hear originally that instead of Robert Duvall, they did want Jack Nicholson for the role. He turned it down. Personally, I can't see Jack Nicholson shitting his pants in a movie. I can't see it. I think that's one of the main reasons why he turned it down. I'm just saying. I'm not really giving that much away, but this one was all right. I mean, got a 7.4 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty good rating. So yeah, I check it out. It's a good little movie. It's one of those movies that you forgot he did, but. I check it out. Listen, are we going to keep this Avenger thing going? Of course we are. Okay, Avengers: Age of Ultron. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these because we're already at 2 hours here, and my God. But Avengers: Age of Ultron. Of course, we're going to make another Avengers movie. Okay, of course you're going to get Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. We all know that. Okay, another great movie. Captain America: Civil War. One of my favorites. Okay, in the Marvel Universe. Great movie. The scene where they're obviously, facing off against each other, the two different groups. It's great. It's definitely one of my favorites, for sure. Spider-Man Homecoming NBA Finals. Watch the game. Okay, so you make cameos, get some money, I guess. Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, so you got Robert Downey Jr., playing kind of mentor to Spider-Man here, played by Tom Holland. I forgot to mention this, by the way. I just remembered this. There's a scene in Iron Man 2 where Robert Downey Jr. apparently saves a kid. Like he swoops down. I think the kid is actually wearing an Iron Man mask or costume or whatever. Apparently, that kid is supposed to represent Peter Parker. That's Tom Holland's character. So that's how that's all connected. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. If you're a geek, I guess you want it to be true. But again, they got Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he plays a great Spider-Man. I wasn't a fan of the other guy before. What was his name? I forgot his name. Shit, I forgot. He was in Hacksaw Ridge. Shit, it'll come to me. But yeah, good little movie. Got Michael Keaton in there too. Apparently for a while, yeah, Michael Keaton was kind of not blacklisted, but like I don't know. They didn't want him doing another superhero movie because he turned down the third Batman movie because he was loyal to Tim Burton. And what the fuck is wrong with being loyal? I mean, you get penalized for being loyal. Fuck, what a business. Marissa Tomei is now playing May Parker, which I mean we could throw out that Aunt May is old and ready for the retirement home look out the window now. Gwyneth Paltrow, Zendaya, Donald Glover. Yeah, good little movie, guys. Good little movie. Good little fresh start to a Spider-Man franchise, and of course, who wouldn't want Iron Man? Helping you out during this, era of superheroism. Avengers: Infinity War. I'm tired. Jesus. What a great movie. What a great movie. What more can I say, guys? Like, it doesn't get any better. Like, we're in the heart of, how great superhero movies can be. Let's forget about COVID and past there. And it's God. Listen, that the Deadpool Wolverine movie can't come out soon enough, eh? I mean, I heard good things. I heard it's supposed to revive the whole Marvel universe, and Jesus doesn't need it. But yeah, Infinity War, it's fucking phenomenal. We all know that. Avengers Endgame, we all know that's a great too. It's awesome. What more do you want in life, ladies and gentlemen? And again, like I said, nobody's fucking dying. Okay. I don't give a shit what pixie dust you got floating in the air there. You see how much money these movies make? I mean, actually, let's see for ourselves here. Nobody's fucking dying. Okay, there's it's too much. It's too much. Okay, you're stealing money. The budget was $365 million to make the last Avengers movie. Okay, this is, I mean. Like, I remember growing up, like, movies were like $10-20 million. Now they're just like, who gives a shit? Because they know they're going to get their money back. I mean, and then a shit ton. Opening weekend, it made $1 million more, $357 million. U.S. Canada gross, $858. Worldwide gross, $2.799, 439, 100 billion dollars. Jeez. And again, I'm sure Mr. Downey, he's not part of the detergent thing, is he? No, I don't think so. Anyways, I even regardless, I'm sure he's got points on this shit too. I mean, my God, trust me, he's not dying. Nobody's fucking dying. Okay, trust me. Dr. Doolittle. Listen. I'm more confused than what Robert Downey looks like on the poster. Okay, listen. You do that kids movie. You play it safe sometimes. Came out the year of COVID. I mean, it had a lot of strikes against it. Whatever. Eddie Murphy's not in this one. At 5.6 out of 10. I didn't see it. I did. All right. Oppenheimer. Okay, so 8.3 out of 10, folks. I think the whole Oppenheimer, Barbie, Summer, whatever the fuck there. Again, another huge hit. Okay, I like this movie. Okay, now I'm gonna say something. Okay, maybe I'll get some shit for it, but okay, just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Good movie. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. gets the Academy Award. I'm gonna say two things. Okay, one, he was great in this. Don't get me wrong, but let's really be honest here. In many ways, I truly believe, in many ways, Robert Downey Jr. is getting the Academy Award for playing Iron Man. Okay, for the whole thing here. I'm putting that out there. Okay, there's got to be at least one fucking nerd out there that agrees with me. I'm not saying he wasn't good in this. I'm just saying I almost feel the Oscar, it goes to Iron Man. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and two, I was hoping for a better ending. Now, there's one point, about a half hour or 45 left in the movie, whatever. There's, that big scene there. They try out the tester for the atomic bomb there. I was hoping for someone at the end there. I don't know if it's just me. I'm just saying. Good little movie. 3 hours. A little bit long. Could have, shortened it a bit. Okay. But Christopher Nolan, I will love you forever for The Prestige and The Dark Knight. Okay. We all know that. But, and I will also love you because you said Talladega Nights, is one of your favorite movies. You're awesome. But honestly, in all honesty, great movie. We all know that. The story of American scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer and his role in the development of the atomic bomb. Okay? Cillian Murphy, my God. Eat a sandwich. I mean, Jesus. I heard the story that he'd have to go home after, and then everyone else just goes out to eat and drink. And this poor guy has to probably eat like a fucking cracker a day or some shit. I don't know. Emily Blunt, Matt Damon said he wanted to retire for a bit, and he told his wife, listen, Christopher Nolan calls, I'm there. Plain and simple. That's it. Robert Downey Jr., of course, gets the Oscar. Alden Reach, I think I said that right. Scott Grimes, Jason Clarke, Kurt Kohler. I have to learn how to pronounce some names, folks. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, great movie. I mean, really great story. I like the one scene where he's at the water with Albert Einstein there. He's like explaining to him all this shit, and I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, that's not an easy role to play. But the point is, it's a good movie. A little bit long, but a good movie. All right. I'm just saying, I mean, it's good to see, Robert Downey Jr., get that Academy Award. Okay. Just saying. And a lot of people, me just saying this, I mean, a lot of people always say, look, why can't superhero roles be taken more seriously? Like, why can't Iron Man be nominated for Best Actor? I mean, I can't disagree with that. I mean, but time will tell. We shall see. I mean, Heath Ledger won for The Dark Knight, another Christopher Nolan film. There you go. So, just saying, But yeah, definitely check this one out. It was an Inside Politics Sunday with Manu Raju. I didn't see this. He played Sherlock Holmes? Okay. Didn't see this. By the way, did you guys see that interview that he did? Remember the one guy there, I don't know, overseas with I don't know, what is he, British, Indian, or something like that? I don't know. And then he tells all his questions, and then at the end, like he hits him with the drug questions because he figures worst case scenario if he walks out, then that's a bitch move, man. Yeah, I remember it's like what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like it was a bitch move, man. I mean, yeah, you don't do that, and that's yeah, come on, I did Malaka. And then the most recent thing he's done, and I've heard of the show, is The Sympathizer. Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet. It's got a decent rating, 7.1 out of 10. what is this one about? Near the end of the Vietnam War, a plant who was embedded in the South Vietnam Army flees to the United States and takes up residence in a refuge community where he continues to secretly spy and report back to the Viet Cong. Okay. I don't think he's the main guy in this. I think it's like he's kind of like a. Actually, I'm not. I can't say for sure. I'm not sure. Well, no, actually, well, it's just for 7 episodes, so I guess he's. Yeah, okay, so maybe he's in all of them. All right. He's got kind of like a. Like, I don't know, like if Simon Garfunkel like had a kid with Carrot Top kind of look. All right. The point is, I haven't seen this yet, so I don't know. I can't judge it. So there you go. It's on HBO Max. All right, take it to the max, my friend. And that's the most recent stuff he's done. But yep, of course, he's got some upcoming stuff coming up. There you go. Sherlock Holmes 3. Why not? Make it a trifecta. I don't know why they waited so long to make a third one. All-Star Weekend. He plays a Mexican stranger. Okay. What? 2 buddies from a rivalry over their favorite American basketball team. Okay. Robert Downey Jr.'s in that. Gerald Butler, Benicio del Toro, Jamie Foxx, Eva Longoria, Jessica Schwartz. I have no idea. Jeremy Piven. Fuck, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Snoop Dogg, Terrence Terrell, Dajana Gudik, Lunel. She's funny. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. All right. I did read that right. Yeah, Mexican Stranger. Okay, yeah, I did read. Okay, I was just. All right. Okay. All right. And then last thing is the Sympathizer. Okay, so I guess they're going to keep going with that, I guess. Well, it says 3 episodes, but then it said 7. I don't know, I'm confused. But where's Iron Man? Where's the next Iron Man? He's gonna, I don't know. He said in the movie, I am Iron Man. He said it twice. I'm Iron Man. Yeah, poof. That's it. Look, he's gonna come back. Okay, that's why I keep telling my inner thoughts. Our point is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we've all had a good time here. Hopefully. Robert Downey Jr. has just absolutely killed it. I mean, like I said before, I mean, the guy's been doing it for what, like how many decades? I lost track here. Jesus. I mean, yeah, it's a lot. But it's just crazy how, again, like he's always, kind of maybe, not disappeared, but done a few movies here and there. Then I think he's out, then he comes back, and then he's out, and then he comes back, and then he's, I think he's absolutely, with Iron Man, he's absolutely cemented himself as one of the best actors of all time. I mean, like even look at Chaplin playing a serious role like that, and then all the comedic roles he's done, like Tropic Thunder, all that, and then Iron Man playing, probably one of the most recognizable superheroes in cinematic history. It's insane what he's done. And he can sing. My God, what more do you want this man to do? Obviously, more Iron Man, of course. But again, my prediction is by the end of the decade, we're going to see him in something with Iron Man. I even heard a thing that like he's supposed to maybe show up in one of the films. Is he going to show up in Deadpool, Wolverine? Who the fuck knows? Imagine all 3 of those fuckers in one movie. Jesus, I mean, what more do you want? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as a serious note, I just want to say, I've lost some friends to, drugs and all that shit. And, cutting friends off because I just can't do anymore. Whatever, call me whatever. But, if you deal with someone who refuses to get help, it's a pain in the ass. And a lot of people just want to carry on with their lives. And, like it affects yours, and you don't need that shit. You know what I mean? And I've lost some of them to to the more extent there, and a lot of people don't get out of it, man. And You know, like I can't imagine what Robert has gone through. I mean, you know, like even to this day, you know, you still got to go to parties. You're still surrounded, you know, by that shit around you. You know, someone's fucking doing it in the bathroom, and booze is everywhere, and you know, I'm sure you're always tempted and shit. But I mean, he's been sober for quite some time right now, and like a lot of it, I know he thanked his wife. I believe in the Oscar speech there, and you know, it's again, man, if you got a strong woman behind you, that always helps too. And I just want to give him props, man. I'm not trying to kiss his ass or nothing, but like he deep down, he seems like a really good dude. Very, very talented. We all know that. Very charismatic. You know, the guy's got balls of steel. You know, I mean, again, I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. If he's not acting, he's absolutely wasting his life. He's just a natural, you know. I also heard a thing that Chris Evans said when he started making the movies with Robert Downey Jr., you know, the Avenger movies. He said like before every scene, he'd always like put his fist out, you know, like kind of like a props, you know, like you're ready, you know, everybody good, you know, all that. So, you know, it gives you a good idea that, you know, he cares about the people around him still. And, you know, I don't know. I just think a little thing like that is nice, you know. That and he would put the snacks around the set, you know, in case people got hungry. So that one scene where he's pouring out the blueberries there, you know. You know, the Hulk wanted some blueberries too, of course. You know, who doesn't love blueberries? You know, that's a gimme. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, like who who are you gonna get to replace Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, other than Robert Downey Jr.?
And why am I in this movie? Maybe I just knew I had to represent. Because they had one good part in for a black man, they gave it to Crocodile Dundee.
Pump the brakes, kid. That man's a national treasure.
I just wanted to throw another shrimp on your Bobby.
That shit ain't funny.
Hey, fellas, it's hot. We're tired. It
I'm
stinks.
fucking with you, Kangaroo Jack. I'm sorry a dingo ate your baby.
You know that's the true story. Lady lost a kid. You about to cross some fucking line.
Guys, relax. and
You know
stuff.
what? Fuck that, man. I'm sick of this koala hugging nigga. Tell me some...
For 400 years, that word has kept us down.
What the fuck?
Took a whole lot of time just to get up that hill. Now we up in the big leagues. Getting out turning back. Always let it see me, baby.
That's the theme song for the Jeffersons. You really need help.
And just because the theme song don't make it not true.